And welcome to Grumpy Old Men, all the way from the Aquella Golf Course. And you were just introducing me to the idea of a wattle.
Yes.
I thought you said waffle.
Wattle. W-A-T-T-L-E is this bit of skin.
That's the Australian national tree or flower.
Yes, this is a wattle. You can hold it in your hand. You can put it in a bottle. You can da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, wattle. W-A-T-T-L-E. Turkeys have wattles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome to Steve Ross and his wattle.
Grumpy old wattles. Yes.
And I think you can get your wattle unwattled these days if you want.
You can get a little work done.
Yeah.
Or, as we have done, simply place the camera higher than
Yes.
usual so that we're looking up.
So all that floor you can see behind us, that is brought to you by our the big box we're on today, which is a Christmas box that was given to me.
Blame the crew, blame the crew. They've still got their Christmas tree up, and this time, wait, where is it? Over there. This time, we can actually see it. It's in frame today. It's not hidden behind your big head.
So hopefully you've had a good Christmas, and hopefully you spent it with some friends and maybe family as we plunge towards New Year. And it would be a good time perhaps to consider the good and the bad, but let's go for the good, of things that happened to us in 2025. For me, it's been a good year. I've got health. Nothing crazy or bad has happened to me personally, so you sort of, tick. That's a good year. How about you?
Yeah, well, knock on wood.
Sorry, did you touch the table?
I not only touched the table, I knocked on the table.
That's the worst thing that happened to me in 2025.
Yes, it was a really good year. All of my trials and tribulations were on the level of knocking the table. I went back to the United States this year,
Yes.
and visited my mother and my friends, and that was a treat. Otherwise, I work very hard to make my life the same every single day. I like to do the same things every day. I don't like surprises. And this year, my life was very settled and serene. And I think I made about a dozen turtles this year and gave them away to people in town.
I think you made more than a dozen.
They're about one a month.
It's been a factory.
Well, I'm making the little table toppers too. Thank you for praising what I will accept as praise for my industrious nature, my OCD and my compulsions. No, I think it's about a month a turtle, and I think about a dozen have gone out the door this year. But otherwise, the trip home to the States was the only aberration in my schedule, and I like it that way. It's been a great year.
So it's hard to drive down the Paimung Main Street without seeing your turtles out the front. Now, you've had a huge impact on this town.
Well,
and it's become part of the everyday conversation, people comparing their turtles. Say, my turtle's better than your turtle.
Well, they do tell me, because the people who get the table toppers, I build those for people who don't have a big piece of sidewalk in front of their store to show off one of the big turtles. And I've had people say, "Oh, it's very nice. Thank you very much, Kun Steve. When do I get a big turtle?" And I say, "Well, you don't have space for it." And they say, "We'll make space. We'll move tables. We'll make space." So yeah, they do. There is a little bit of one-upmanship going on. But Fluke, who has the very first one in front of his store, and it looks like the first one. It looks like I'm learning my methods. He's very proud to have the very first one. So yeah.
Fluke is the sort of young local entrepreneur who is very entrepreneurial.
Oh yeah,
he's got the local laundry, coffee shop.
Yeah.
He's just finishing a couple of properties he's built, and guess who's helping him with the interior design?
Yeah. Well, I think he's a go-getter.
He is,
and he comes from a family of go-getters. His family has been making money in this little village for 100 years or something.
He visited Korea last month. He's come back. His skin is looking wonderful. Something about the Korean spring.
No, it looks like that. He just moved the camera up so that he's looking up like this. He didn't get any work done. He just moved the camera up.
So, yes. The other thing I just wanted to say in relation to your waking up every day and keeping things serene, what is the first thing when you sort of wake up and consciousness arrives and you think, Today, question mark. Today, wow, I'm so lucky to be alive. Today, oh, I've got to do this, or I've got. What do you wake up thinking?
Oh, I wake up as I go to sleep, going through a list of all my worst decisions in life.
Really, still?
Yes, still.
I think you
Yes,
can get
still.
over it. Get over it.
You would think, but no, I don't. I cling to things. And I'll lay there in bed, because typically I'll get up, like this morning I woke up at 3:45. And I stayed in bed until 4:30 thinking maybe I would go back to sleep. But after about 45 minutes, you just have to get up, because all you're going to do is lay there and obsess and run over all the stupid shit you've said in your life, all the self-harming behavior, and it's just best to get up and make some coffee and take a piss and go about your day. So yeah, that's my mornings. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't wake up like
No.
that. I wake up just grateful
I'll
that
bet. Yes.
I'm on this
Yeah.
beach and alive to tell the story.
Yeah, we are different people. That's why this works. That's why this show works. We are very different people.
Oh.
And I wish I was that way. I admire people who keep that positive attitude. I've just never been able to do it.
We should thank Banyan Tide for these amazing shirts.
We are apparently out of mourning.
Oh, your collar is up, by the way. There you go. Just have to get someone to dress you each morning.
Again, I blame the crew.
Yes,
Yeah.
staff. So thank you very much to Banyan Tide. They've been a sponsor for a few weeks, a few more weeks to come, but we wear them very happily. There's a link in the description. They are made in Thailand. There's 5 different shirts. I'm still trying to figure out what the cactus has got
Yeah.
to do with Thailand, but
Yeah. It's
that's
goofy.
a part of Thailand I haven't visited, the sort of the deserts of Thailand.
Yeah, we do have one house on Turtle Beach where somebody has planted South American cacti.
Oh, that's
in front of
Dan's
the
house.
Dan's house, and they thrive. They've been there at
Yes.
least 3 years. I don't think anybody waters them. They're growing in sand, and
And Bun, the coffee shop, they got cactus
that's
there
right.
as well.
They do. Yeah.
Is cacti the plural of cactus?
Yes.
But I'd rather say cactuses because it's got an apostrophe.
It's your channel. You can say
Sure.
anything you want.
Cactuses.
Cactuses.
I'm going to see a concert film today, and it dawned on me the fact that I'm going to see a concert in a cinema is very sort of 2025 from the point of view of just getting to concerts these days, as you sort of get older, just the crowds and the noise and that.
Parking.
But I get to sit in a air-conditioned cinema and watch, and the cameras are, meters away from the performer, where I would have been in sort of X number 279, having to look through a sea of 48,000 mobile phones, all held for some reason vertically, not horizontally.
TikTok.
For TikTok and stuff. So you get such a good experience. The other thing that I was considering is that performers these days, that the only way they can really make money, this is how the music industry's changed, is by going out and doing performances.
Do a show.
And filming it so that it can be seen in cinemas around the world.
Once you record a piece of music, it belongs to the world now. Most of the world doesn't even recognize the concept of intellectual property to begin with. So in China, the idea that a performer or a writer of a piece of music might want to make a little money every time the radio station plays that song, they don't understand that. That is not part of their value system. So yeah, you got to go out and sell tickets if you want to make any money, because as soon as you record it, it belongs to the world.
Well, yeah, so the music industry coming into the digital age came up with Spotify, and that has done more to harm the opportunities for musicians than anything else in the past. Piracy, it's sort of piracy that's all going into some one person's pocket. And I think somebody told me the other day that each time somebody plays a song on Spotify, the musician gets there's 3.004 of a cent or something. So if they get 1 million plays, and you have to be a pretty good musician
Yeah.
to get 1 million plays, in the top 100
Pretty
or something.
famous musician.
Pretty
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
That you might get, say, $4,000 for 1 million plays, and that wouldn't even pay for the recording of one track, let alone an album.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even, the producer wouldn't even put his pants on for that. So it's
Yeah.
the
It's-
performers have to go out and they have to do live performances.
Yes.
They have to do all sorts of, they sign up with a sponsorship with a fashion label.
Yeah.
If they happen
Sell
to
autographs. Well, and
Yeah.
soon enough, AI will take all of that away as well. We just won't be listening to stuff created by humans anymore. So, it's a dark time to be a creative, I think. I am no longer, but I think it is a dark time.
Well, there's no AI that's going to be able to glue
Make turtles? Nope. Nope.
cigarette lighters onto turtles.
Nope. There isn't.
But for performers, I mean, we will know, hopefully we'll know the AI performers and decide whether we want to listen to them. But I love going to these concert movies because we can actually sort of really enjoy a performer doing what they do best and, see their skills close up, which is something that a few of us can do these days. So it just...
Who were the performers? Was it the Beatles? Who'd they bring back in the Sphere in Vegas? They brought somebody back to life.
Backstreet
Elvis,
Boys.
Backstreet Boys. Yeah. So soon enough, even live performances won't be live.
Oh, well, that is live. Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it was all they did holograms.
ABBA.
That was it. They recreated
Wasn't
ABBA.
the Sphere, that was the O2 Arena in the London or something. I'm sure you'll tell us.
Yeah.
But they filmed the real ABBA doing their songs and doing the moves, but they then de-aged them and put them in costumes from the 1980s. Very clever stuff. It all sort of, just looking at anything I've seen on YouTube on that, still looked a bit AI.
Yeah.
But it's not like seeing the real thing, even though that's the impression it's meant to give you. But anyway, it's an interesting time for musicians, and I feel pretty sorry for them. You've only got a few Taylor Swifts who are making gazillions out of it. It's hard to become a big star these days.
Yeah.
I think our days of wanting to be a pop star, we're going to have to lower those ambitions.
Yeah, well, I'm tone deaf, so I was never going to be a musician of any sort. I've said before.
There are other musicians besides Leonard Skinner.
There are.
I
I am aware that music outside of Leonard Skinner exists. I'm just not interested in it.
The other thing that is interesting about performers, and what we noted Cher, performing on SNL the other day. Cher, C-H, yeah. And she was not only lip-syncing, but she was lip-syncing a different song.
Yeah, it was sad to watch.
Just about every single live performer you see these days are lip-syncing. Yeah, even the old rockers like the Stones, they're lip-syncing to their songs because the people in the audience are paid good money. They want that experience of hearing something that sounds similar to what they were listening to on the radio from the album. And people say, well, they're cheating. And technically they are, but they're also trying to provide the audience with the best sound possible. And every single live performer these days, whether you deny it or not, they're lip syncing to give you, a good, or track plus one, as we used to call it, where you're playing the track and they're sort of singing along with it, so you're hearing a bit of them.
Backing track.
Yeah, backing
track.
Well,
when I was in theater school, there was a big conversation about whether you should mic a performer in a musical on stage. That the performer should be able to project from the diaphragm and hit the back wall of the theater so that people in row X can hear just as well as people in row A. And that was a serious discussion. Now, of course, any musical anywhere, you'll see the microphone coming down on the guy's face.
Or sometimes down here.
Yeah, all the principals are mic'd, and we just That's just the way you do now. In a hall of over 100 people, you're going to mic the performance, and it's no longer a conversation. Auto-tune was a conversation. People said that would kill, auto-tune would kill popular music, and it hasn't come to pass yet. So we'll see. Hopefully, we will live long enough to see the results of this.
Well, these days, of course, auto-tune isn't just a tool they use in the studio. Auto-tune is a tool they can use in a live performance so that it pulls their slightly off notes, flat or sharp, onto the actual tone. So you're not hearing live performers anymore. They're going through a whole lot of electronics before it hits the speakers.
I saw Annie Lennox in Radio City Music Hall in 83 or 84, and she came out, she did a mic test in front of the full audience. She came out and did her test on stage, and she had everybody get quiet. She had all the musicians stop, and she just started singing scales and bouncing her voice off the back wall of the theater of Radio City Music Hall. You could hear the voice like boom, boom, come back past you. She was that strong. Her voice was that strong. And I don't think, performers today probably don't rely on their voices that much. They have all kinds of technology to help them out.
So I think when it comes to theatre performance, if you're doing a play which has sort of got quiet, dramatic, emotional moments,
we hope.
You don't want them sort of leaning into somebody's ear and saying, I love you, by going, I love her, so the people in row X can hear. So the technology is sort of really helping them.
Well, yeah, but for 1,000 years, we did theater that way. We did love...
Well, there was no choice.
We did, yes, there was no choice, and so we did it. We did convincing love scenes without microphones, so that, yes, we were shouting, I love you, at the other actor on stage, but we did it, not me, I was never a professional actor, but we human beings did our theater that way without mics, and actors would get sick breathing the lime from the limelight, burning lime to create light on stage, and it would shorten the lives of performers. And we did that. We did all that in order to provide a good show for the audience. And maybe we're missing something now. I don't know. I'm retired. It's none of my business anymore.
Were there any shows that you worked on where you thought to yourself, gee, I'd really love to get on stage and do that part? Any parts that you saw in plays that you were thinking, boy, I would like to be that?
Well,
it could be the pantomime horse, front or back.
I did A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen with Holly Hunter, and Thorvald, her husband, gets to kiss her in that play, and I really had a crush on Holly Hunter, and I stood in the wings every night. And I actually, now that I think of it, I stood in the wings and crushed on a lot of actresses in my theater career, stood backstage in the dark, swooning for some woman on stage. But no, I never wanted to be a performer because I have terrible stage fright. Which goes away, like a lot of performers will tell you, as soon as the show starts, you're absolutely free and enjoying it.
Yeah.
And that's true. But the hours of the day leading up to that curtain going up are horrible for me.
Well, that's the way I feel 3 hours before I do this show every week.
Really?
Yeah.
For these people?
I panic.
You get nervous? You're panicked about these people?
I'm panicked.
These people love you. You don't have to worry. These people love you. But no, I never. I was always very happy to be behind the camera or off stage right in the wings.
Okay. I always wanted to play Henry Higgins. That was one part that I would have liked to have played.
Okay. Why?
Don't ask questions.
Because you don't have to sing. You can speak that role.
That's part of it. But that was sort of Rex Harrison's way of performing that role.
He wasn't a singer. Yeah.
It wasn't that Henry Higgins didn't sing. It's just Rex Harrison didn't sing. And he sort of wrote his name on that part for years.
Yes.
But I would have liked to have played that role. Because it's a great show. Oh, she just... swinged and hit that and hit that ball a good 2 meters.
She's learning. She's new. She's learning. She's very, very tall for an Asian woman. We're at the golf course, by the way, at Aquila, and we're looking
Oh,
at
so you
people.
hit that one.
There's actually people golfing, and the Comanches are here again today. And I swear to you, because they've taken off their vests and hung them on the backs of their seats, I'm staring at a vest that says Comanches, Thailand, not Comancheros. It says Comanches, Thailand. So for the pedant out there who wants to tell me that there are no Comanches in Thailand, I'm looking at it. I would take out my camera if I wasn't such a coward. I would take out my camera and take a photo for
And
you.
there's a picture of an American Indian's headdress.
Yeah, that's kind of a, how much of that is at what point do outlaw biker gangs stop using a logo if it's been pointed out that it is cultural appropriation? The Washington Redskins are no longer the Redskins. I think that.
Who's going to tell a bikie?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, you need to change the
Yeah.
picture.
When does an outlaw bikie say, you know what, I'm sensitive enough now, or I have a friend who's a Native American who doesn't enjoy seeing me with this symbol on my jacket? At what point do they stop being the Washington Redskins?
I've got two questions here that I wrote.
have
One of
two
them was
answers.
inspired by the fact that I had a pilot staying in one of my beach houses last night.
Okay.
He flew in a Gulfstream from the US with some American personalities, which he's not allowed to tell me about. And he's got 3 days free, and he came and stayed with us. He's headed off this morning to go to Khao Sok. But you came back with a very interesting point about pilots, or one particular pilot,
Did I?
and a book they could write.
Did I? When?
Mr. Epstein's pilot.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I want to know where that book is. Why have we not seen a memoir by his pilots, his air flight hostesses, his maids,
It's a very good question.
Yeah, where's that? We're all waiting for the FBI to release their files, which is all going to be redacted when they do release it. Where's the tell-all memoir from somebody, Ghislaine Maxwell's hairdresser? A woman like that travels with her hair and makeup people, right? They go everywhere with her, right? And where's their book? Why haven't they? I understand they've all signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, but if your employer is now dead, why aren't you writing a book? Why aren't you selling a book?
Whoever writes the first one, they can leave the country, change their name, get the book released, enjoy the money, and just live
Yes.
somewhere as
Yeah.
Frank Smith for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hear the book from Jeffrey Epstein's
Right?
pilot.
Yeah. What did he see? What did he hear on that plane?
Who was on the plane?
Yeah, who did he see getting on that plane? Why aren't they simply just making money? Why aren't they out there cashing in on what they've done? What are they afraid of? Just because Jeffrey was murdered in jail, are you afraid now to put out?
Allegedly.
Yeah, what the hell? He was murdered.
Well, he's not going to be suing you anyway.
Yeah,
so,
he's not going to be suing you. Why aren't, imagine all the people. First of all, just for the government report that everybody's waiting for, thousands of cops, thousands of clerks, thousands of judges, thousands of bailiffs have gone over all this information.
Thousands
Where's
of
their books?
Texticolors.
Yeah, where's their tell-all book? His whole staff, he had cooks, he had waiters, he had security, he had drivers. Where's their books? Why aren't those people, are they that afraid?
Well, it is all going to come out at some stage. We just don't know.
Yeah, it'll be a
when.
Netflix movie or two competing Netflix movies released the same month.
Miniseries.
Yeah, two miniseries, Oh, what was I watching? So Clint Capehart, who sends me a lot of stuff, he sent me a Thai movie called Born to Be Bad. And if you wondered, what did they do with all of the cars, locations, and clothes from The Serpent?
Yep.
You remember The Serpent? Netflix
Yes.
made this movie in Thailand about this guy, Sobraj.
Very disturbing.
Who moved, because they kept showing the murders over and over and over and
Yeah,
over.
I didn't like
Same
that.
people died over and over and over and over. But it was all this 1970s, 1980s kitsch, the aviator sunglasses. And you ever wondered, what'd they do with all those props and costumes after they finished The Serpent? They used them to make this Thai cop movie. And it's fun for that reason. It takes you back to Thailand in the 80s. by Thai filmmakers. How do Thais think of the 80s in Thailand and what was going on? It's not much of a cop drama, but it's as a period piece. It's very interesting. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. It's called Born to be Bad.
Born to be Bad in Thai, with English subtitles.
It's dubbed into English in the version that, because I don't have Netflix, and Clint sends me these things on like Google Drive files. So it's the actual file. I'm running the file. I'm not streaming it from somewhere. He's actually sent me this file, and it's that's
it.
what it is. That's it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Train of thought. Phew, gone.
Right. More distractions.
I just looked out at the golfers, and that was it. Everything's
Yes.
gone. Everything's gone.
So another question. We've actually got a little bit of a sort of a show and tell today, because I found a whole lot of 1970s and 80s record covers, album covers, that some of them didn't date well. So I was going to share those with you today.
All right.
For no particular reason. It's my present to you.
To usher in the new year, we're
Usher
going
in
to
the
look
new-
at things from the past.
Sure,
Yeah.
there you go.
Auld Lang Syne.
But speaking about the past, was there a decade or a year that you were born in, or somebody was born in, that was a better time to grow up and live through your life than some other age? I mean, did we, born in the late 50s, sort of just get some very lucky opportunity? We just missed conscription. We floated through the 70s and 80s and boom times in the West. And now as we start to slow down and retire, the world's going to shit, but we don't care so much. Was there I wouldn't want to be born in the early 2000s. So the kids would be having a really rough time at the moment.
Yes,
I think.
I feel very sorry for people who are like my children.
Yes.
who are adults now coming into adulthood. My son owns his own home. He's 30 and he owns his own home. And he has told me that's very rare, that he doesn't have any friends from high school that have already purchased their own home. When I was 30, I was the only kid I went to high school with who hadn't bought a house. I mean, that was just what you did. You went to work for the University of Iowa and you bought a house and you had babies and you raised them in that house. And now, no. Like you said, I was too old to be I was too young to be drafted into Vietnam. I was too old to be drafted into anything that came afterwards. I remember bragging to a woman at a party in New York City in the 1980s and saying to her, yeah, I've never not gotten a job that I interviewed for, which was true. I had just gone to interviews and interviewed and got the job. And now I think probably kids have to go to 100 interviews before they land a job. So yeah, I think we were very lucky. In 1957, the year I was born, there were more Americans born that year than any other year in American history.
Wow.
Yeah, so it is the peak of the baby boom in the United States, 1957, which I did the math with the help of a cousin who's a statistician. There is a likelihood that there is an American out there who was born the day I was born and who will die on the day that I die. There are, I think, 11,000 Americans born on November 6, 1957. Generally speaking, on average of 11,000 a day in 1957. So 11,000 people. That means that likely we're all going to live to roughly the same age, that someone will live the exact same days that I will live. Not the same number of days, but the exact same days. They will see the same sunrises and sunsets that I will see, exactly the same days. One person in the United States. And that, for some reason, fascinates me. That I think that's really interesting. There's somebody out there who will experience exactly the same span of time that I will experience on this earth.
So when do you think was the golden age? I mean, I was born in 59. I grew up in a little town out of Melbourne in the 60s and the 70s. My life was probably, compared to these days, might appear boring, but I used to go to the beach. I used to go sailing. I used to make tree houses. I used to help my parents run their hardware store. The vegetable cart would come past the house and we'd sort of pick veggies and fruit every day. I don't know. It was a simple sort of life. But it seems the young people these days have just got so much firing at them. I don't know how they figure it all out. But I'd be interested to hear what you think about all that. Social media, I don't think, is doing anything to help.
No, I think these stupid little phones everybody carries around are going to be
turn
the
off your
death of
phone.
us. Yeah.
Go and make a treehouse.
When we're done speaking, turn off the phone.
Yeah.
Go make a treehouse.
Let's share some albums. Would you like to do that?
Sure.
You
why
can
not?
see them here. They'll have to look at your screen. I'm going to go and press a button now. As we go, we'll talk and we'll show you the albums. Okay. There, I pressed that. How's this one? Vietnam Chain. That's just a great name for a group. Before I Go. But what's going on? What's she looking at?
Yeah, I want to know why she's. It looks like Cher, first of all,
Yes.
or Elvira. If you remember Elvira, they're really, really working hard for that goth emo look. But he's got a boner. He's got a great big boner. It's about 1.5 feet long, and she's looking at it like she's really got no time for it, like she's not interested in it. And the priest seems to be trying to take the devil out of his boner.
They're not working very well.
It's not working very well.
No.
And
There's no theme to these. These are just quite random. Watch Over My Little Girl by The Vibrators.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So
Yeah, okay.
these are all real albums from the 1967 and 80s. The Shirley Brothers Quartet, by the way, count. Or maybe the one at the back's the one who did the touching. He touched me. But that didn't date very well.
No, I think especially with the cross because, priests and everything.
And sadly, that album was in mono.
Mono.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'm so hot and I need you, says Ruth McKenney. So, I'm not sure about you, but I don't feel particularly turned on by him.
So it's a hymn, are we sure? Because the name is Ruth.
Would he be left-handed? He's sort of playing the guitar in the wrong direction? I don't know.
That's a bass too, isn't it? Anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4 strings. Yes, it is a bass.
Yeah, and his name is Ruth, or her name is Ruth.
That's even more
I
confusing.
think, I don't know, but he or she is hot, and he or she needs you.
This one sort of combining mid-century modern with arse sniffing.
Yeah, it looks like Edward Scissorhands.
Yes. Together again for the first time. I got a funny feeling it's not the first time for either the Dalmatian or whatever that other dog is, but by the well-known group Pulley.
I've got all their albums.
This one is actually a real...
Ian Dury, sure.
Yeah, I loved Ian Dury.
Yeah.
What was his biggest hit?
Oh, shit.
Hit me with your rhythm sticks.
Yes. Hit me with your rhythm stick.
But I just thought, what's going on with this boat in the background and my Mr. Love pants? There you go.
That all works for me. I love that. I'd have that over the sofa in my living room.
That's just fun and not particularly ironic. This one didn't date well. Gary Glitter.
Ooh.
And he touch me. A lot of people were touched by Gary Glitter, not necessarily by his talent.
And in response to this, that other group put out their album, Please Watch Over My Little Girl.
Yes. So these are real album covers.
Jesus, use me. Oh, dear.
By the Faith Tones. But I'm particularly taken by those heads of hair.
Yeah. That kind of places it in time specifically, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very early 60s.
This, I don't know, this could have been your mum in a younger time. She had those glasses, didn't she?
Yes, she had the hair, too. Sure,
Yeah. Was your mother a Faith Tone? It was a
she
side
was not.
hustle?
She was not, that I know of.
Okay.
But there might be parts of her youth that I'm unfamiliar with.
Have organ, will swing. I'm just
dear.
looking at the bad
dear.
Photoshop of the poor girl and thinking, have legs would swing better.
Somebody cut off her legs.
But
poor thing.
Performed there by Buddy Cole and his Hammond organ.
Good old Buddy.
This one I included. I found it. Did you ever get to hear this one?
No. Oh.
I know this. I owned this album by Derek and Clive, Derek and Clive was Peter Cook and Dudley Moore, English comedians.
Okay. Yeah.
Ad nauseum and The Warning. What does it say?
On no account is this record to be sold to people under 18. It is only to be sold to very broad-minded people over 18.
And to this day, it was the most foul-mouthed. I learnt more about naughty words listening to the album than anything else. It was hilarious, but yeah. This one was a Chinese release of the Beatles. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, they sort of look a little bit more oriental than I remember them.
There's no upper eyelid fold on any of them. Those are very Asian.
Particularly John
eyelids.
Lennon.
Yeah,
He looks more like Yoko Ono than John Lennon.
he looks high.
Well, I think that might have been true. Some of these are just defy description. Show me where they touched you again. I don't know. I don't know much about the work of the Skatenigs.
Yeah, it's all very off-putting.
Just a little bit disturbing.
Yeah, she's got facial tattoos of a gravestone. What's on the gravestone? What does it say?
I can't even see. Where's the gravestone?
Right there,
Oh,
on her
okay.
neck.
No, we can't read
Can't
that.
read it.
So, yeah, thank you very much to the Skatenigs.
Yikes.
The Alexander brothers, married by the Bible.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what the people reading the Bible would think about the skirts.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know what? If you can make music with a squeeze box, then more power to you.
And
You don't see that much anymore.
their hair almost as high as the Faith Tones. The Pratt family sings "Happiness Is," and he's donated his hair, I think, to the two ladies. I don't know. The young lady looks like less Photoshop and more cut out and pasted on.
Yeah, she does. It all looks very artificial.
Just a little bit. But best wishes to the Pratt family and hope they're doing well.
God gave me a fix. Whoa.
From Junk to Jesus.
And it's autographed.
This
This
is-
album is autographed.
Yes, these are real album covers. I hope you're enjoying them because we are. That's just
Gave me a
weird.
fix. Which I think, well, I won't comment on that.
So, Adam and Eve, I think, is the translation. His name is Jackie Scram or something, and his goat.
And his goat, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is Adam? Which one's Eva? I'm guessing the goat is Eva.
And an album I didn't actually get to listen to. I'm
Aw.
sorry to tell you, I don't know much about their. Here we go. Gary Strong and the Licking Valley Boys. And let's just enjoy a bit of a close-up on this wonderful team. So,
The smallest member of the band always plays the stand-up bass. You never have a 6'5" guy playing the stand-up bass. It's always the smallest member of the band.
this guy here?
Yeah,
Wait,
the guy.
is that a bass? That's more of a...
the stand-up
the-
bass.
Right. All right.
Boom, 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 boom. It's always the smallest guy.
Yes. So I'm not sure which one is Gary. Maybe this is Gary before.
Maybe.
I'm not sure what the story is there.
Again, someone watch over my little girl.
So good luck to the Licking Valley Boys. This is Kimberland. And there's just a lot going on there that I find particularly disturbing.
Yeah, there's a gnome and he's urinating in the water, and the deer, the doe, is watching him urinate with kind of a smirk on her face.
And the nasty-looking guy's got a chainsaw. He better
Yeah.
be careful what he's doing with a chainsaw there.
And there's a red heart over the chainsaw.
And we've got a little aggrieved frog down the bottom, but there you go. That's all we've got. Oh, what a shame. Did you enjoy that little diversion?
Yeah, that was fun. I like that.
So there you go, album covers from the past, and there are just thousands of them, and you look at them and think, what were they thinking? And there were a lot from the 60s and 70s from the US with a lot of touching going on. He touched me, or I was touched. And I thought, nah, that didn't travel well. So we'll go from my show and tell to your show and tell with Norel's Notebook, which
Well, All right. It's the notes in Norell's book are from last week, so they're all Christmas themed.
That's all right.
So I don't know
It's
that.
still the Christmas
All right.
festive time.
Like I wrote down 15 of our viewers' favorite Christmas songs.
Oh, okay.
Because we did do we did ask you guys for your favorite Christmas songs. Bing Crosby's White Christmas was very, very popular.
Hard to go past that.
Greg Lake, I believe in Father Christmas. And Greg Lake of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, I believe in Father Christmas. Greg Lake, who wrote the song Lucky Man when he was 12 years old. You know that song? Oh, what a lucky man he was.
Yeah.
He was 12 years old when he wrote that song.
Okay.
The Little Drummer Boy is very popular. Nat King Cole, the Christmas
Which version
song.
of Little
I don't
Drummer
know.
Boy?
That
A lot of
was
people
not-
are going to refer to the David Bowie, Bing Crosby duet on that one.
Okay.
Yes.
A lot of people, particularly Germans, like Silent Night.
By the way, welcome to Steve's Eyes. We never get to see them usually.
Wait. Before you comment, let me smooth everything down.
Yes.
How to Make Gravy by Paul Kelly. Rob is really, really insistent that I need to hear that song.
So, and Rob, thank you very much for the cake. Loved the cake. He
Yeah.
brought a cake to Christmas dinner the other day.
Yeah, it's got like chili in it.
No, chia seeds,
Oh.
not chili.
Oh, okay.
Chia seeds.
Oh Holy Night by Michael Crawford. White Christmas by Bob Marley.
Oh Holy Night is a fabulous.
That's art.
It is art.
That's Art.
Yeah.
Why isn't he watching the show? Hey, Art. Why aren't you watching the show?
Art's going to come in and say hello.
What's he doing?
Art who contributes often.
Yes. But Bob Marley.
Here he comes. We'll just say
did
hello
White
to Art.
Christmas.
Hi, Art.
Everybody, Happy New Year
Hi-
to all of you.
There, say hello to everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody, to all the viewers for Mr. Tim Newton and, of course,
So we'll put some
our famous man
translations here because we don't understand a word he's saying.
Yeah, I don't know what accent is that. Is he
see,
German? What is he?
see, Steve's got his Bible.
Have you
Yes.
already shot your round or you
beg your
we
pardon?
played, yeah.
How'd you do?
Yes. I did okay.
Yeah?
I did okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Listen, folks, Happy New Year. I'll
Thank
see
you.
next week.
See you, Art.
Lovely to see you. That's Art, who is a local. He's not a bikie.
No. And I think he still lives in Rawai. He drives up here
Yes.
to golf.
Yes.
Wasana residence
Yes.
is his in Rawai.
If you're looking for a place to stay in Rawai,
long-term rental.
sort of
Long-term rental. Yeah.
down that part of the world. Used to be a lovely part of the world, but very, very, very busy these days.
Yeah, and just getting from Rawai off the island is a trial. It's more than I want to deal with.
But he's got his own private helicopter, makes it a
I would
lot
guess.
easier.
I would guess. Yeah.
And plenty of place to land here on the golf course.
A lot of room on the golf course. The Hallelujah Chorus by Handel.
Yes.
The Ronettes Sleigh Ride, which I went back and listened to some of these, and I'm not going to sing it for you, but that's a bum 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 dum dum da 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 dum dum da 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 by the Ronettes. Great song. A lot of these I didn't. Oh, Johnny Mathis, When a Child is Born.
Yes.
So those were some of our favorites, contributed by our viewers.
You're all a little bit old-fashioned. That's all I can say is, where is the nomination for Mariah Carey?
Oh, I want to thank, and I'm glad I opened the book, John, Laura, and Jason for bringing me 15 turtles from China.
I think you did that on Christmas Day.
Did I?
Yes. That's all right. Do it again.
No, I never opened the book on Christmas Day.
You-
I never opened the book.
That's all right. We're thanking you
Yeah.
twice because you deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve it. They carried these turtles, they're inflatable pool toys. They must weigh at least a pound and a half each. So 15 in your suitcase.
About half a kilogram.
15 pounds is
A lot
quite
of plastic.
A lot of plastic to carry all the way from China.
Well
And I
done.
very much appreciate. That's a year's worth of turtles. Christmas was, just a personal note, was my third anniversary living on the beach. I moved in Christmas Day 2022, and so 3 years for me living on the beach.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm
So this is the start of your 4th year on
Yes.
Turtle Beach.
And I'm very, very, very happy to be here. And I've got to go. Yeah, it's what Christmas reminds me is I have to renew my visa in January, so I've got to get the visa out and look at it and remember what crap I got to take with me and go to the bank and get the packet. And now the bank's in Kokloy. It's 15 minutes away. It's a whole thing.
Well, that might be something you should do a bit of a dress rehearsal for, because I haven't been to the bank and said, my account hasn't been moved here and da-da-da. We don't really know. Nobody sent us a note saying,
No.
hey, your account's now been moved to another branch.
Yeah.
So I would suggest a dress rehearsal with that.
Yeah, well, all good advice, and not something I think of until Christmas.
Right.
I was going to ask, I've got it written down here, if any of our viewers had any Christmas promotions they wanted to advertise in our comment section. Too late now. How about, what are you going to do New Year's Eve? Who's got plans for New Year's Eve? If you've got a business and you've got a promotion New Year's Eve, go ahead and tell us. We'll talk about it.
All I'm thinking about with New Year's Eve is there's going to be fireworks on the beach. Great. But my dog hates fireworks and it's a big problem for us. So I'm probably going to take Daisy and the car and go somewhere quiet, and we'll sleep in a sort of up the road or something on a quiet beach. I'll just take the doona with me because the car's got aircon. I can leave the car on aircon all night, and it will only use about 1 or 2% of the battery. So that might be what we're doing for New Year's Eve.
That sounds great. I think you will find firecrackers on every beach on New Year's Eve. I don't know where you can go to get away from firecrackers in Thailand on New Year's Eve, but I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. I'm just doing it for the dog. The things you do for your dog.
I would sedate the dog. I would just knock it out. Speaking of which, have we already talked about this? That I'm watching. You remember we had this kerfluffle in Thailand. They had sedated a cat for a TV show. And everybody got up in arms about this because they gave this cat a shot to play dead in a Thai TV show. And everybody said that was animal cruelty. So I'm watching All Creatures Great and Small. You remember this show from the 70s? It's on YouTube. The whole thing, like 11 years of it. And they're drugging animals left and right in that show back in the 70s.
Allegedly.
No, you can tell. These are real animals, and they are knocked out. And they've got dogs, cats, cows, horses, everything. They had a vet on set that was just sedating everything within reach, and apparently it was never a conversation. Nobody ever had a problem with that. All Creatures Great and Small. It's the favorite TV show of everybody who loves animals. And oh my God, the dedication of these actors. They are shoulder deep in the anus of a cow in every episode, and it's a real damn cow, and this is the real actor who would go on to play Doctor Who, by the way, and he is literally shoulder deep inside a cow or a horse.
No special effects.
No special effects, no dummies, no paper mache horse. They were actually on the set doing this, and kudos to those actors.
Going through the script. And,
Yeah.
oh,
You know, that's the first thing they looked for when
That's
they say,
interesting.
"Yeah, I don't care. I've got a."
just check if this is this is right.
Yeah, I don't want to. It better not be Bossy because she kicks.
Yeah.
I'm not working with
Yeah.
Bossy. You know, there's an axiom in showbiz: never work with animals or children. And here you are. The whole show's about working with animals.
Any particular TV shows with animals you recall with fondness over the years? The one I used to sort of really enjoy was Mr. Ed. I don't know why, but I
Right.
thought it was quite funny.
A horse is a horse, of course.
But you look at it now and it's not even slightly funny. I don't know why we laughed at things.
Yeah, I don't either. A lot of stuff doesn't land the way it used to.
And I even at the young age I was watching that, I knew, well, the horse isn't talking, but I somehow laughed at it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What
It
Lassie?
was simpler times, maybe? I
Simpler
don't know. We
times.
were much less discerning. I'm listening to this book, A Brief History of Thailand by Richard A. Ruth, and
It's about that thick.
it's a pretty well. It's an audio file, so I don't know how thick it is, but he makes the point that so there was the revolution in 1932, the bloodless revolution, and the promoters, which is what they called the men who promoted the revolution, found themselves in charge after the revolution. So the first thing they did is set a date for voting for an election, which country had never had before. People didn't really know what that was. But that meant they had to come up with a party. They had to be a political party now and put forward candidates and hopefully get voted into office. And so the name of their party, the very first political party in Thailand, was the People's Party.
Ah, interesting.
Which is a name which has recently been chosen
Yes.
by one of the more popular parties in Thailand. And I don't know, perhaps one of our Thai viewers can clue me in. Is that intentional? Do Thai people remember the origin of the People's Party? Is that a conscious callback? Or
I'm pretty sure. No.
no, you think probably they don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that history, the history of the revolution, is taught in public schools. I know that a certain amount of history is glossed over, like certainly America bombing the crap out of Thonburi and killing 4,000 civilians in World War II. That's not taught. I know that for a fact. That's not taught in Thai schools. So is the People Party, my question would be, is that a conscious callback? Or it just happened that they said let's use
We should
this
mention that there's going to be a general election in Thailand for the full lower house of parliament, and that's going to be on February the 8th. And no doubt we'll be talking about that during January, because the result will have some sort of ramifications for you and your visa and your travel plans. Not necessarily during the election, but decisions made by different parties and the different emphases they have on things like tourism and visas. We'll keep you tuned. I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah,
Bit of
good idea.
forward promotion.
Well, speaking of promotions,
Oh, I got a note from them the other day.
well, I can't. Why am I? Jesus, God.
There you go.
Yeah, White Labs Thailand.
Tim Tams.
I never figured that out. They have just received GACP certification. This is something new in the world of broccoli. They passed all these new rules that said now it's medicinal only. You have to have a prescription, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And we're going to really oversee the way the product is produced. And so if you are a grower, as White Labs is, now you have to have inspectors come in and say, yeah, no, you're doing it ethically and sustainably and environmentally correct. And they have just passed. They've jumped through the 31,000 hoops necessary to receive that GACP certification. So whoever your provider is, ask them, do they have GACP certification?
I'm just not going to say anything about that, because every time I open my mouth about that topic, people jump down my throat.
Yeah. Well, they
2026 is going to be the year I'm just not going to put up with any more shit.
Oh, okay. Tim got it wrong.
No, the next one.
The Prime Minister disappeared December 17th,
Yes.
1967.
I said Boxing Day.
Not
I was
Boxing
wrong.
Day. Yeah. And somebody said he didn't drown. He was picked up by a Chinese submarine.
Really?
Yeah. Tim got it wrong.
What, twice?
Jaws. Yeah. Jaws was filmed on Martha's Vineyard, but the story does not take place on Martha's Vineyard. Obviously, Steven Spielberg was not going to say there's a shark killing people off Martha's Vineyard, because everybody in Connecticut and Massachusetts would get angry at him. So they set it in the fictional town of Amity.
Oh, that's right.
But it was filmed on Martha's Vineyard.
Who wrote Jaws?
Oh, Michael Crichton wrote the novel.
I think it was Michael Crichton. Somebody Beachley or Bleachley? Hey Siri, who wrote Jaws? Somebody Bleachley? Peter Benchley.
Peter Benchley.
Yes.
I'll be damned.
Which itself was inspired by the Jersey Shore shark attacks of 1916.
There you go.
There you go.
Could have sworn it was Michael Crichton. Okay.
One more. Oh, you got a few more, have you?
No, one more. The best comment of the week. Why is there only one Monopolies Commission? Yeah, that's meta,
That's
right?
a very, very good question.
Why is there only one?
So next time we speak to you, it will be 2026. So hopefully you have a good New Year's Eve. Hopefully you can reflect on some of the good things that happened to you during the year rather than some of the bad things, and look forward to what lies ahead. I think it's going to be a very interesting year, not only here in Thailand but in other parts of the world, particularly your homeland.
Ugh.
So yes, it's going to be an interesting time. Thank you for a good year, 2025.
Oh, thank you, Tim. Thank you for inviting me. This has been great. Yeah.
And so we'll probably see you next for Christmas dinner next year.
Yes. Well, isn't there a Eurovision coming up?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I've got the new big screen.
You do. It's a damn big screen. It is that. Yeah.
So, yes, we're looking forward to that. I'm not sure if there's going to be Eurovision. It's all got very political lately.
Oh, yeah.
So 5 countries have pulled out.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
But anyway, that's all to come. Thanks for watching this year, and we love your comments. Thank you to Banyan Tide, to
Thank
CK, and goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me. Thank you very much.